Welcome back. It's 12 minutes now before 8 o'clock. You're on the front page here on Nationwide this morning. Well, Sagicor Investments is launching a new initial public offering, a new IPO. It's called Sagicor Select Funds. In a statement last evening, Sagicor says it will allow Jamaicans to invest in 23 of the country's biggest financial companies for just $1 a share, Jamaican dollars, and a minimum investment of only 1,000 Jamaican dollars.
Well, folks, we have with us the CEO of Sagicor Investments, Kevin Donaldson. We also have with us the fund manager. He is Reynaldo Thompson. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Hi, Reynaldo. Hi, Kevin.
What's up?
Well, you tell us. You all have the big news this morning between this IPO and the
purchase of NCBs and
of Advantage.
Advantage. Thank you very much. Yes,
insurance company. Yes.
It's exciting times. You know, it's a great time to be in Jamaica operating and doing business. We're so excited about what is to come and what has passed. The environment is exciting, and we are trying our best to help Jamaicans to create, grow, and preserve their wealth. That's what we are here to do. Our mantra is to help and build the economies that we operate in, and every product, every structure, everything that we do is driven to help and build that.
One of the things Wigton did was open the doors to the stock exchange to some brand new folks, brand new accounts,
Lots of young people
didn't ever have so they didn't see the need or they didn't act on it to participate in the stock exchange. So now when you're making this offering, this is going to be one of those things that needs education. These new customers are going to want to understand how you can do that. How does that work?
Yeah, definitely. We want persons to understand that stocks is not something that is just for the well-to-do. It's for everyone. And one thing we are aware of, the best way to create wealth is by owning a business, right? And since all of us can't start a business, one way is to own a piece of a business. And what Sagicor Select Funds is allowing you to do is to own a piece of the financial industry. So basically, for $1,000, you will have access to all the profits that these companies make. So if fees are high and it bothers you, it means that profit will come and trickle down to you.
You mean banking fees?
Whatever fees you're concerned about. It's just what I always tell people. I buy companies that I use their products, right? So all of us, most of us have banks. Most of us have to get insurance. Most of us have to use money services, get remittance or whatever. So why not benefit from the profits that they make? This is what Sagicor Select Funds will do for you. Instead of you having to go out and buy each of these individual companies, just take $1,000 and you can buy.
Which can be expensive because NCB last I checked was at $178, I think, per share.
I suspect it will be high after the news today.
Right? Per share. And so now you can get in. You don't need the 178. You can get in for $1.
Right.
Patria mentioned Wigton opening up a door. Was that the inspiration for the design of this particular offer in terms of $1 a share, minimum investment of $1,000, Kevin?
Yeah, Reynaldo.
Reynaldo. Sorry, that's Kevin.
Right. No, well, the idea behind it is that we're trying to open up the space and broaden the investor space. We want the entire Jamaica and all the investing public that want to have equity exposure to have access to all 23 companies. If, as you said before, NCB, for example, is at $178. If somebody comes to you with $10,000, there's not much other stock that they can buy if you choose NCB. So we're saying, guess what, guys? Guess what, investor in public? If you want equity exposure, you can buy into our fund and get exposure to all these financial companies for just $1,000. I mean, each share is cost $1, but we're saying that you should buy 1,000 units, and so therefore it's $1,000 that you need to get in. And again, the main idea is that we just want to open it up to the entire Jamaica to help them to understand that, you know, investing is part of how you can grow your wealth, and we're helping them to do that.
Let's talk about time frame. How soon can people subscribe to this?
You can send in your application as of today. It will not be marked as being an application. The date on the application will be July 3rd, but you can start sending in from now. What we encourage persons to do is get in early, because we are going for $2.5 billion. It may upsize to 4. Based on what we are seeing and the response so far from the market, we expect that it will attract a lot of attention. So we're encouraging persons to visit any Sagicor location right now and open up an account. And it's not just Sagicor. Every broker will be able to sell this. So we want every Jamaican to understand that this is not just something that we are doing just for money. We believe that this is something that is important for the development of the country. A vibrant stock market means that companies and businesses can raise capital, and therefore it will benefit the country. So we want a vibrant stock market, and this is just one of the developments that we are coming with to contribute to that development. There's more to come from Sagicor. This is just a start, and we believe that investors should jump on this, because I think a lot of people don't realize that the stocks, we have bought 1.4 billion worth of stock already for the fund. It's already in the fund at prices that are far below where the prices are now.
Yes.
So investors should just read between the lines and understand that
there's value.
There's value already in this fund. Mm-hmm. And the second thing is that Scotia declared a big dividend. Scotia is already in the fund. We're paying out all the cash in this fund to shareholders in quarterly dividends. So it's going to have a good cash flow.
Quarterly, nice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's structured in such a way, if you follow the international markets, ETFs and liquid listed equity funds, they provide you with constant returns, and you benefit from the upside of the underlying asset. So it's something that is very beneficial to this market. It has been in developed markets for a while, and we are bringing this to the Caribbean, and we think that this is a good way, if you have never bought stocks before, to whet your appetite and experience what the stocks are.
This kind of model's never been done before, has it?
No, well, not locally.
In Jamaica.
Yeah,
in
not
Jamaica.
Locally, yeah. But I think one of the points I want to add to what Kevin's saying, is not just that we're giving investors exposure to equity market. We're giving them exposure to the sector that we believe will perform the best over the near to medium term.
And has been performing very well.
Has been performing the best, and it's the main driver behind the stock market. So if you look at the numbers, it's the sector that actually is driving the stock market. And so that we thought it was very useful to come with this product at this time. Again, to whet the appetite of the investing public, to tell them that, guess what, guys, we're giving you something that we think will perform well. You've seen a lot of institutional investors benefit from the growth of the stock market. We're saying to the public that you can benefit as well. So this is for everybody to come in.
You know, one of the issues that came up in the design of Wigton was the ability of people to actually get into this investment, which is why it was designed with that bottom-up allocation. What's the strategy that you're taking for the allocation this time around?
Well, it's a first come, first serve. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, if anyone has noticed how Sagicor has done allocations for IPOs that we have done, we try and ensure that the broadest participation happens, because we are really, I just want to share this with you. Sagicor Mutual Funds, our unit trust, has the lowest entry point. It takes $500 Jamaican to buy into our unit trust. So our mantra is to make every Jamaican that willing or wants to, that they can access investment options. So we want, just similar to Wigton, as many individual shareholders to participate as possible. Mm-hmm. That's our goal.
So I guess, again, just to add to that, it's just about how we provide different options to investors. Again, we want everybody to have a wealthy state of mind, to preserve and grow their wealth. And this is just one of the avenues that we're bringing to the market to help to achieve that goal.
So give us the companies that you'd be buying into if you purchase shares in the Sagicor Select Fund.
Yeah. So we have 23 companies that makes up the Sagicor Select Fund. It's led by NCB, Sagicor, Scotia, JMB, Proven, Barita, Mayberry. So you just think of a financial entity that is in Jamaica and that's listed on the stock exchange, and that's what we are invested in. I mean, the top 10 companies on the stock exchange. Well, the top 5 companies have stock on the stock exchange. Most of those companies are in the fund as well.
What other unique products does Sagicor have up its sleeve? Give us a little scoop here.
Well,
Kevin.
well, you know, we're trying to stay on the cutting edge, and what we can say to the market is that there's more to come. Regardless of what anyone wants to say, Sagicor is invested in the success of this country and the people here. We, through our life insurance business, we have 1.5 million lives that we insure. With this acquisition of Advantage, we have 115,000 additional individuals that we are insuring. So we are invested in the success of this country, and the innovation that we are coming with. We spoke about the infrastructure fund. We are letting people know that we want to see the infrastructure of Jamaica develop, and we want to share this with people. So we are creating an infrastructure fund that every Jamaican will be able to buy into, and the assets in there will be things that you use daily.
Like what?
Water, light, roads. And you can own a piece of that also.
An infrastructure fund?
That's
So
coming.
what's the timeline you're looking at for that?
That's coming. That's coming.
You can't tell us exactly when. Just before we go, one more question. So you're hoping to raise $2.5 billion
with the potential to go up to
to
4
go up
billion.
to 4. What would be the purpose of those funds? What would you be using it for?
Right. So as Kevin said, we already have $1.4 billion in the fund. Our aim is to have a $5 billion fund. So when we raise that $4 billion on the market, the intention is to use it to buy additional shares to put inside the fund. So when the IPO closes, then we should have $4 billion at that time. We'll use all of that money, all of that proceeds, to buy more equities, more of the stocks on the market.
I like how you're speaking into being the 4
Gonna
billion.
get to the 4, I know.
And lest anybody think that we'll be in the market buying at high prices, we have already secured a lot of the shares already.
Okay. Well, thanks for joining us this morning, Kevin and Reynaldo.
Thank you.
All the best. The IPO, it opens on July 3, but it's first come, first serve.
I'd
So
start now.
get your applications in very early. It's
Right.
on the JSC's website and Sagicor's website, right?
Correct.
All right. That's CEO of Sagicor Investments, Kevin Donaldson, and Fund Manager, Reynaldo Thompson.